Thank you so much for tuning in today. I am Japelle, your host for the Japelle TV Show. This is the show where we talk about relationships, love, sex, entrepreneurship, a little bit of spirituality, and everything in between.
Hey! Woo! Woo! Dance it out, dance it out, dance it out. Make sure the girls are sitting right. Make sure they're sitting all right. All right. Let's get started here. Just want to dance it out a little bit, loosen up a little bit. Hello, guys and ladies and guys and things. Welcome to the Japelle TV Show, where we discuss relationships, love, sex, business, entrepreneurship, spirituality, and everything in between. All right, thank you so much for joining me today and sharing this space with me. We have a lot to catch up about. There's been a lot going on. I always tell you that I'm a single mom, a business owner, so there's always things to do, things to talk about. And this episode, I want to discuss healing the collective. All right. I want to touch on a live that I did earlier this week. And on that live, I was discussing just how, being a business owner, how I've noticed in the Black community in particular, how other Black people do not support other Black people. Or, for instance, if a person is a clothing designer and then another Black person decides to be a clothing designer, then that Black person feels personally attacked, or like they're in competition, or, oh, that person shouldn't be doing that just because I'm doing it. And I don't agree with that. I think it's a loser mentality, to be honest, because I feel like there's enough for everybody. There's money for everybody. There's enough everything for everybody. Like, I don't get it. This world is fucking huge. Like, come on. But anyway, so let me just get into it. Let me dive into it. So, when I was on my live, again, I was just talking about, Black people being conditioned, anyway, I don't agree with it. However, once I posted my live, I would consider this person an elder. Anyway, she made a great comment on my live, and it really resonated with me, and I would like to share it with you. So basically, okay, let me share it with you. Let me find that. So if you want to go on my social media, again, it's Japelle TV Show, Japelle_TV_show. And the title of the live is It's Enough for You Too. So basically what she said was, we have that issue everywhere. So she's right. It's not just here in Portland, Oregon, where I'm from. I feel like Black people as a whole in the Black communities, this is a big issue. So it's not just here in Portland, Oregon, of course. But she goes on to say, it's our history. We were taught by the divide and conquer people, and we are still blinded to the fact that we would definitely heal and prosper better together. And I completely agree with that. So I want to thank Tamala Michelle. You can also check out her products. I met her at a pop-up shop that I've been doing. It's called Vendigan. I've told you guys about them before, but she's also been there. And her name is Tamala Michelle Holistic is the name of her business. She's great. She has some great products. You guys could check her out. We actually have some of the similar products, but hers are, obviously different, So this is a prime example of Black people supporting other Black people, even though that we're in the same field. Because she sells bath soaks. I sell bath soaks, but we're still supportive of each other, right? There's no competition. There's enough for me. There's enough for her as well. Anyway, check her out, Tamla Michelle Holistic. And this smells so, oh my gosh, you guys, it smells so good. This bath soap that she has is called Magic. Oh my God, look at this. It's called Magic. Anyways, check her out on Instagram. Thank you so much, Tamala, for commenting on my post. You're absolutely right. I completely agree with you. So again, I just want to talk about healing as a people, healing the collective, right? Let me get my notes out here. So I just want to share some of the tools that I use personally to heal myself and to make me into a better person and to have a better understanding of people and just accepting people for where and who they are. You know, that's one thing that I've learned in my therapy sessions. I do go to therapy, and I do feel like it definitely has helped me out in not only my personal life, but also in my business as well. It's helping me to navigate, you know, how to deal with people. And my therapist is called radical acceptance, right? Radical acceptance is accepting something that you cannot change and only, you know, dealing with what you can control, you know. So I've had to deal with that radical acceptance. And so that's something that you guys should look into, is just radical acceptance, accepting people for who they are and where they are currently, and understanding and not taking things personally, and understanding that that person has issues of their own and it has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with you, right? So that's that radical acceptance. So a tool I would recommend is finding a therapist. You know, in the Black community, that's another thing. Therapy is frowned upon. You know, when I told my dad that I was going to a therapist, he said, "You going to a therapist? Why don't you come to me for therapy?" Are you fucking kidding me? Go to you for therapy? You're probably one of the reasons why I'm in therapy. Go to you? Anyways, the bottom line, in the Black community, I think that it should not be frowned upon. This is a part of self-help, a part of self-care, a part of self-love, wanting to be better, okay? Wanting to be a better person, wanting to heal those traumas. You know, that's what it's all about, is just healing yourself. That's part of that self-love. But yeah, therapy is a tool that I use. Again, it helps me in my personal life, helps me in my business relationships as well, helps me with like dealing with past traumas, right? I feel like as Black people, we hold on to these traumas and make it normal, like we normalize it. You know, like one of the things as a fucking parent that I saw and have been taught in the Black community is spank your kids, right? And I feel like it's normalized, right? That's just what we're used to, and I really feel like it's deeper. You know, I really think it's deeper. You know, just coming from being slaves and just I don't even want to get into all of that, but it's a little bit deeper, I feel like. So these are things that, you know, just with trauma, dealing with past things, like we've been conditioned in certain ways. You know, I think that going to therapy and opening up yourself to this different type of help just helps you to become a better person and see different perspectives, you know. So I would advise that. So again, acknowledging and addressing any issues that you deliberately try to avoid. I think that once again, a lot of people do that. Like, you know, they have issues with race issues, and people try to normalize that too. I feel like a lot of older Black people are kind of like set in their ways, like, oh, white people are racist, white people are just racist, and yes, they are racist, and that isn't going anywhere. But we still have to learn how to work with each other, right? We still have to learn how to deal with each other. We're all living in this world together, so we have to, in one way, form, shape, or one form or another, we have to like work with each other regardless. So I think as Black people, we need to deal with that as well. What are some of the other things? So again, just like getting a better understanding of yourself, right? Just digging a little bit deeper. I'm not advocating for religion. However, I do feel like religion has played a part in my spiritual journey. The very first time that I had a spiritual experience was in the church. That was where God first touched my heart. It was in the church. Do I agree with how the church is established right now? No, I do not. I don't go to church myself right now, but I do think it's a place where some people can find and get some type of help. But again, just getting a deeper understanding and a different understanding and a deeper meaning to life. Like, what is your purpose? What is your passion on this earth? Like, what are you here for? You know what I mean? I think that, having that loser mentality, all of these things play a part. If you worked on yourself and did a little bit deeper, I don't think that, people would have a problem with, or you wouldn't have a problem with hating on motherfuckers. You know what I mean? If you were digging deeper inside of yourself, trying to figure out self first, your self-worth, your self-love, you wouldn't be worried about anybody else or what they're doing. I sure the hell ain't. You feel me? Like, I'm too submerged and deeply into my purpose and what am I here for, to be even really worried about somebody else's bag or somebody else's wanting to be a designer, or somebody else starting a podcast. Like, good for you, sis. Good for you, bro. Like, that's what it's all about. That we need to be supporting each other, coming together. That was Tamala's whole point of saying, like, we're better together. It's that loser's mentality, and I wish that you guys, some of you guys, not everybody, obviously, just the people that have this issue with other people starting a business in the business that they already have. Again, if you were just submerged into your own healing, your own purpose, you wouldn't really be worried about anybody else. So that would be my advice to people is, dig a little bit deeper inside yourself, get a little bit of help, go to therapy. My spiritual journey has helped me a lot. Again, in my personal life, my personal relationships, and my business relationships. So, I would recommend you guys to get that help. All right. What else we're gonna talk about today? Let's catch up with what else I've been up to. So, I've also had a fashion show not too long ago that I told you guys about. That turned out very, very well. I have some footage that I'll be sharing with you guys soon. That day was pretty kind of hectic for me personally. I had to take my son to work with me. I mean, that's part of being a single mom and a business owner. Sometimes you just won't have a fucking babysitter. You gotta just do what you have to do. As a matter of fact, my son is literally sitting in the other room right now. It's bring your kids to work day, okay? So if single moms out there, if you have, learn from me. Like, if you have to bring your child to work, do it. That was really one of the main reasons why I was just like, I can't sit behind a desk 9 to 5. I just can't. Like, I have children that I have to be there for. And that was really, one of my turning points is realizing, like, I want to be there more for my children. You know what I mean? And working for a job, they don't care about that shit. They, as they're 9 to 5 working behind that desk no matter what. So that was really one of the things that motivated me to be being a business owner is, being able to just make my own schedule and live life on my own terms. It's not the easiest route, but it's definitely worth it in the end, for sure. I did tell you guys about the fashion show that I was doing, the event that I was doing for, it was a runway for fashion. I haven't really been doing fashion lately, but it was for a good cause. All of the designers were for people of color, so I decided to do it, and it actually went very, very well. I'm so glad that I did it. And just to kind of give you an idea of how crazy that day was, is I actually didn't have a babysitter. I'm a single mom, but I didn't have a babysitter that day. I had to bring my son with me, but you know what? I fucking did it. I did it, and it was amazing, an amazing experience. I have a lot of great footage that I'm going to share with you guys. So yeah, it was a really good show. And again, to all my single moms out there, shit, especially the entrepreneurs, you got this. If you gotta take your baby with you, like, just take the baby with you. Like, literally, my son is sitting in the other room right now. Like, you gotta do what the fuck you have to do, as a mom. So, shout out to all my single moms out there. We can do it. We got this shit. We're strong. We're divine. We're strong. So yeah, that event went very well. I can't wait to share the footage with you guys. Other news, I got some coffee mugs. Japelle TV Show. Keep on the lookout for the website coming for Japelle TV Show. I will have some merch for sale. So again, keep an eye on that. I'll let you know when all that is set up and ready to go. So speaking of websites and self-care and spiritual and all the things, so don't forget to head over to Japelle.com to get your spiritual products, okay? So we have here, just wanted to share with you guys what comes with this spiritual bath kit again. So it'll come with a little card for your next purchase. You'll get 10% off, okay? It also comes with your tea light candles. The top one here is dressed. If you don't know what dressing a candle means, go ahead and Google that, dressing a candle. So this one here that I have in my spiritual bath kit, it's dressed and set with intentions of universal love. All right, so you have your candles, you have your rose quartz crystal. Okay. Your rose quartz crystal, which also symbolizes universal love. If you don't know anything about crystals, they have a lot of healing energies and properties. They are very healing. I have a lot of crystals. I sleep with them under my pillow. I sleep with them next on my nightstand. I even, obviously I keep them on my altar as well. So some crystals here. And then also this is the bath salt that comes with it. The bath soap, so it does have some roses in there, and again, essential oils and some Dead Sea salt and some Epsom salt for those achy muscles. Okay, and it also comes with the sage. If you're not familiar with sage, it does cleanse spaces, cleanse your energy fields. It clears spaces. If you don't know anything about sage, just do a little bit more research. I tell everybody, do your research. Don't take my word for it. Do your research. That's how I've learned a lot of the things. Another way I've learned a lot of the things, when you're on social media, you might as well just utilize it, right? Use it for something useful, not just on there listening and keeping up with the gossip blogs and all that other bullshit. Look up some people that actually, help you on your journey, like with food. Like I'm, trying my damnness to become a vegan. And with my spiritual journey, I follow a lot of spiritual healers, and I'll actually give you some of the people that I follow on social media. So one that I truly love, her handle on Instagram is the Hood Healer. She is amazing. She has a lot of info, a lot of insight. She's definitely a trigger though, so if you're not doing your inner work, she will trigger you. I will say that, but I love her. She's definitely put me on to a lot of things. So thanks, Hood Healer. And also one of my good friends, her name is Cuban Dollface on Instagram, and she also is a really good person to follow if you're trying to figure out what's going on with the universe and the stars and the moons and all of the things that's going on with the energy for the day. Cuban Dollface, check her out. Who else do I follow? I follow Iman's. She's really good with astrology. But again, just, look up some profiles on there that help you with your journey. You know what I mean? So, but again, you can use some of my products for your spiritual baths and all of those fun things, okay? For that self-care day. Even if you want to get your wife a gift, your friend a gift, this is definitely a great gift to give. All right, and you can find all of these products on my website, Japelle.com. So check that out. And I also wanted to share with you guys, so part of my spiritual journey, I have been pulling cards for myself. And I want to share with you the cards that I pulled for myself today. They were very interesting and they definitely resonated with me. So I'm going to share my reading with you guys. All right. So today I did an element reading, which I pulled 4 cards for each element: for air, for water, for fire, and for earth. So I pulled 4 cards. And the 4 cards that I pulled, the first one was Wheel of Fortune, which I feel like I've been getting this a lot lately. But Wheel of Fortune. And then the second one was King of Swords. And the third one was 9 of Swords. You see her sitting up in bed, like with her head in her hands, like, ooh, I think she's stressed the fuck out. And then also 3 of Wands. So I'm just going to read a little bit on each card for you guys. Again, I'm just getting into this side of my spiritual gifts. I don't do readings or anything like that. I just been like, doing readings for myself and just trying to use my spiritual gifts more and more so that I can just be more comfortable with just doing readings even just for myself and just, leaning into my own intuition instead of like always trying to get a reading or always trying to, get validation from somewhere other than myself. I feel like God and spirit and the universe is really trying to get my attention, to put my attention on and focus on my own spiritual gifts, to lean into my own spirituality, my own intuition, right? Because I've been giving these gifts that I need to bring forth to the world. Anyway, let me read the cards and what they mean. So, the Wheel of Fortune, okay? So, life never stops moving forward. The golden wheel of fortune is all of life. With its many cycles of ups and downs, we see the alchemy of the entire world through the symbols of Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Taurus, each representing fire, water, air, and earth. There is a mystery and the unknowable in the letters on the wheel, as we don't always know why things happen the way they do. But the cycle is what it is, whether we're at the radiant top or the abysmal bottom. All right? All right, now let's read King of Swords. What is the King of Swords? Bear with me, guys. All right. So, King of Swords, all right? The king is truly intelligent and deeply concerned with truth, ethics, and honesty. The king brings with them a certain authority. They may be a role model in your life. They are wise and seek to be righteous and fair in all that they do. However, they are so concerned with knowledge and solving problems efficiently, they may lack some tenderness and compassion in dealing with personal issues. If the king is you, step up and utilize your intelligence and problem-solving skills where they are needed. Strong leadership may be asked of you. That definitely resonates with me, especially being a boss, a business owner, having employees, and trying to lead by example. Yeah, that definitely resonates with me. So, 9 of Swords. All right, 9 of Swords. All right, this is the one with she laying in bed, her head in her hands, and woo, let's see what he got to say. All right, 9 of Swords. The swords hang high above your head, and you're wide awake at night. You can't sleep as your mind is consumed with anxiety, despair, and an impending feeling of doom. Maybe you're going through something truly terrible, or maybe you've been building up an obstacle to be larger than it really is. Either way, it's okay to feel scared and anxious. Talk about it with someone you trust and try to look to the future. This definitely resonates with me. I mean, I feel like some people will try and tell you like, don't feel this way, don't feel that way. Like, no, I want to feel every emotion, right? I don't want to sweep things under the rug. Like, I want to go through all of the emotions. I want to feel, and I want it to, like, I don't let it stay. Like, I'll feel it, but then I'll, let it pass through me. Definitely don't let it stay, but I definitely want to feel all the emotions and the feelings. Especially being a business owner and a mom and all the things, trying to do everything, be superwoman, you have all of these emotions and feelings and things that you go through. And if you try and act like it's not there, that's definitely not going to be good. This is where a therapist comes in at, that's that therapy. And just, talking it out with somebody and, getting it all out, not holding it in, right? All right, 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands. All right, 3 of Wands. This is the lady, planted, grounded. All right. All right, she got 3 wands standing there. All right, 3 of Wands. Standing solidly on earth, you got your wands for support and you're contemplating your plans. You're working hard and getting ready for the future. It's working. You've got a solid strategy, so all you have to do now is put it into action. These guys literally are all of the cards that I pulled for myself. All right, and all of these cards literally resonate with me and my life and what I'm currently going through. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, and I mean, who knows? I might start doing some readings on the side, for a love donation or something. Just volunteering, giving free readings, just because I want to, give back and also, work on those gifts that God has given me. So anyway, I just thought I wanted to share that with you guys. Hopefully that resonated with you. If it did, hit me up in my DMs. Let me know if it resonated with you. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Thanks for joining the Japelle TV Show. Ciao. Don't forget, drink your water, mind your business, bitches.
Thank you so much for tuning in today and sharing this sacred space with me. I'm your host, Japelle. You can find me on Instagram, Japelle TV Show. Hit me up in the DMs. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you next time. Ciao.